Tuttle here for Ferguson Roof Systems. For 43 years, Ferguson Roof Systems has been protecting Oklahoma's homes and businesses with quality roofing services. Their goal was to be the most honest and dependable roofing company in the state, all while providing free services such as lifetime labor warranty and annual inspections. Well, mission accomplished with thousands of client testimonials, an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and a 5-star rating on Google. Look, the weather gives you enough to worry about, so why worry about who to trust with your roof? Call Ferguson Roof Systems today or find out more at fergusonroofsystems.com.
Hey over there, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Meteorologist Tuttle with you. It is about 20 minutes till noon. This will be a look at your Facebook Live lunchtime weather update for your Thursday, so I hope you're having a great day. We've got some good changes if you haven't noticed outside. You might be hearing some rumbles of thunder. Got some cloud cover, some raindrops, so hey, you know what? It's a nice little welcome change, so we're going to talk about that and more. By the way, welcome you guys on YouTube. I see you making comments already. Jason, you got some good news coming. And Mean Okie, I'm glad you're getting multiple notifications. See you guys out there on YouTube, from YouTube to Twitter and also Rumble, and then finally on Facebook. And again, I'll post the link here for Facebook. So if you don't get your live notifications like Mean Okie was, you can click this link and I'll directly notify you through your Facebook Instant Messenger. So that way you'll never miss an update when I do go live. All right, so all that business said and done, let's see what's shaking, Bacon. All right, currently, oh, look at that, clouds. I love to see clouds this time of the year because it means cooler weather, right? And you can see underneath these clouds a little bit of raindrops coming down. I've got 87 degrees, so I'm a little cooler here in my backyard thermometer. Yours may vary, but the good news is that says 80s and not 90s, and it certainly doesn't say 100, so that's some good news. The reason for that, here's a look at the rainfall that's occurring out there over central Oklahoma. So the movement on this is very slow, just typical drifting here to the south primarily, but we do have a outflow boundary that's moving through central Oklahoma from some storms that occurred and raindrops occurred across northeastern Oklahoma very late last night and early this morning. And so that little fine line, you can probably just make it out here. It looks about like this, so it's moving this direction. It's like a mini cold front, so it's kind of helping to kick off more of these little isolated showers or scattered showers out there. So that's some good news. In other words, we're in the right position for this to continue here for at least another few hours, and then everything will kind of settle down. But you can see this continues on out here toward Binger, and we've also got some stuff popping up around in Anadarko, Godebo, Carnegie, Bessel, Corn, Cordell, Hobart, few showers, Elk City, Carter. So a lot of areas here in southwestern Oklahoma, up here to the north from just right around the Stillwater area to Guthrie to Kingfisher, and then back out east from there, Tulsa, southward. You guys have had your share already this morning. Choteau, Wagner, Tahlequah, Muskogee, Choteau, Eufaula, Stigler, Quinton. So the rest of the afternoon, you guys will be getting your action. So that's kind of how things are looking. By the way, if you do live in northwest Arkansas, you're getting some rainfall, and also in southwestern Missouri. So nice little change out there in the atmosphere. Okay, so let's see what's happening here for the rest of the body of the state. On in the south, of course, we still have the heat advisory in effect, even though it is somewhat cooler. By the way, I didn't know if you noticed that. Let me put this back up here. You see these numbers on the east? Those are 70s to 80s to 90s. So the heat index values are usually, or the heat advisory is usually indicated when you get 90s to 100. So obviously that's not going to happen currently. But this afternoon, temperatures should recover a little bit. As far as rainfall totals go, obviously the highest has been across northeastern Oklahoma. Some of these little green areas up to around an inch or more of rainfall. So that's some good news. And here close to central Oklahoma, we've got anywhere from, of course, a few drops to a couple of tenths. And there's Shawnee, about 4 tenths. So how about that? You guys getting lucky. Temperatures out there as we approach lunchtime are again into the 70s, and that rain-cooled air in the northeast. Mixture of 80s and 90s here over central Oklahoma. Look at this. We're close to 100 down along the southwest. That's gross, right? That's definitely where your heat advisory is in effect. Winds out there currently, like we talked about, you kind of have, let me draw this on the map here for you, a surface high pressure area that comes in out of these little clusters of raindrops and storms that kind of move through like that. And so it kind of like a little mini cold front like we talked about that kind of moves through this little outflow boundary. So we kind of denote it similar to that in the meteorological world because it is cooler, right? It is colder, even though it's not a true front. And it is a boundary to help to generate some more showers or storms, or at least some cloud cover if other things are in effect. Down here in the southwest, these southwest winds are what's cranking up those temperatures. So it's a dividing line here running from northwest to southeast, where the southwest bakes and the northeast gets a break. Okay, the rainfall. Remember, we had some good rains not too long ago, and that helped to at least put a break on the drought conditions here across northern and central Oklahoma, but it expanded down across the south. And the little rain this morning will help that area to the north and east, so that's good. Okay, so the upper levels of the atmosphere. What's going to happen with the ridge of high pressure? Again, I'm going to put this in motion now. Again, to point out your ridge, it's going to be here. Now remember, the air flows clockwise around a ridge of high pressure. So what you're going to notice is these little colors, these little areas of energy, all will rotate. They'll pivot around the high. If you remember the Friends episode where they were trying to push a couch up the stairs and Ross was yelling, "Pivot!" That's what's going to happen. So in your brain, in your mind, just say pivot as you watch this map, and we'll see what comes our way. So you can see these little colors kind of rotate through Oklahoma. They're not very strong. So in other words, it's not a whole lot of lift. It's just enough to kind of squeeze out a little bit of action. You can see that kind of anchors here across Oklahoma and Arkansas over the weekend. So again, I can't rule out some stray showers, a couple of thunderstorms with that. Into early next week, some more energy that comes on through as the ridge kind of centers up here across Colorado briefly. And then later in the week, that ridge will shift back out to the east into the central plains. So that's kind of how the overall pattern goes. The ridge just kind of moves around a little bit. It's not sitting up shop anywhere particular. All right, so what underneath that, you do have the lift in the atmosphere at the lower levels, and we're looking for the reds, all right, and the oranges and the yellows. So we see that here currently across Oklahoma. Now, so let me take a look into this afternoon. All right, this evening, we still have some lift out there. This is through Friday, overnight into Friday morning. We still got some lift kind of anchored across the state. So we're still going to be in the realm of the ballpark here of seeing a few of these showers and storms bubble up. And that stretches from Arkansas through parts of southern, probably Kansas, and then here in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. And this goes all the way through Saturday. Here we are now into Saturday afternoon. It starts to wind down, not as much, right? And then on Sunday itself, let's take a look here. It's a little bit of colors on the map, not a whole lot. So again, I can't rule out some stray isolated showers or storms over the weekend, but for the most part, if you have any plans, you should be okay. Just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so let's take a look at how the rainfall on the short-term model progresses. Now today, it's not even detecting the stuff here over central and western Oklahoma. This is our best model. It doesn't even know that it's raining out there. Summertime is very difficult for models for various reasons, and this is one of them. But regardless, the stuff that we see out there now, it's going to kind of continue in an isolated fashion, the models at least through the sunset hours, and then it tries to redevelop a new round overnight. So approaching midnight hours, early morning hours, I would love to see some more of those raindrops, right? You might even hear some thunder with that. So, but you can see how they're very hit and miss. So it's not like a guarantee for all of us to get wet overnight into tomorrow morning. If you do kind of total up what the model sees for rainfall, the potential is there for another half inch of rain and some of these stronger downpours with any of these thunderstorms you get here this afternoon, evening, or tonight into early tomorrow morning. Okay, so let's see. Winds. Well, we talked about them, kind of a varied condition today, depending on what part of the state you live in. So let's zoom on into Friday. Let's see, winds here will be out of another variable position for the afternoon, south primarily. There's times southeast, times southwest, but they're all fairly light. We're talking under 10 miles per hour unless you're out in western Oklahoma. And then on Saturday, let's see here, winds back up to around the south to southwesterly condition. And these speeds are a little bit stronger, about 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained, probably some gusts to 20. And then Sunday's looking like a repeat of Saturday. A little bit more on the windy side and a south wind and a southwesterly at times. Okay, so temperatures. How's that going to look as we head into our weekend? Well, today, obviously, rain cooled. So now the models still think we're going to get to rebound of around 99 to 100 degrees this afternoon. That's going to be a stretch. I'm just going to tell you. It doesn't look likely that's going to happen just because of the clouds and rainfall out there. It would be a rush to the very last minute for that to occur. All right, let's go on into tomorrow morning. We're back into the 70s and 80s, and then tomorrow afternoon, unfortunately, we're back into the heat. Remember, a lot less rain around for our Friday afternoon compared to today, so we'll back up to around 100 degrees for many areas across Oklahoma. So it'll be a hot day for your Friday, unfortunately. And remember, those winds are still fairly light. And then, that's zip right past Saturday. Saturday will also be a hot day. We'll be in the 90s, still a few 100s probably sneaking in there. And then as we head into Sunday, more of the same. We'll be into the 70s and 80s in the morning, and then back up to the mid to upper 90s, and still probably a few 100s sneaking in there as well. But I do have some good news for you. So here's a look at the above normal temperatures that are in red and below normal that are in blue that's coming our way. All right, so right now we're obviously in the kind of above normal red shading here. This is 850 millibars. This will take us on through the weekend. Now we don't have any bright red here, which is good. That's why we're not baking. But there's one little frame there for Friday of some brighter reds, but most of it's up north into the Central Plains ahead of the next cold front. Now as we head into Saturday and Sunday, let's see what happens here. We start to cool down a little bit already, but that's not even the main cool down. Look up to the north. You see those purples and blues? That is behind another cold front moving through the northern and Central Plains. This is Sunday afternoon. Look how close it's getting to us. Here's Monday, and as we head on into Monday morning and then into Monday afternoon, we start to cool down here across Oklahoma. This is on August the 9th, which is Tuesday, when we start to get a lot of these blue colors around here. So with the blue colors replacing the red, what would that look like, in theory, for our temperatures? Well, if we take a look at that one model for the European, it would show us with highs mostly in the 80s across the entire state. Maybe low 80s in some areas, upper 80s in others, but that's pretty good. That's not a bad cool down for August 9th. So if you look at the extended outlook, again, we're pretty toasty here for the next few days, but we do get that little bit of a cool down here for around the 9th, and temperatures after that right now don't indicate to be too bad. Seasonable, I guess you could say, for August. So anytime you're in the 90s, that's about where you should be. I'm sure we're going to see 100 sneak in there, toward the middle of the month. But it'll be close. At least it's not, 110 plus. But so that's the good news I've got for you. Is a little bit of a mini cool down coming along with the rainfall for today. So hope all of that was fun and good news for you. So thanks for tuning in and joining it here at lunchtime. I hope you're all caught up now. You can go about the rest of your afternoon with a little smile on your face, knowing you got some rain out there, cloud cover, and some changes coming. By the way, thank you for the stars as always there on Facebook. Ron, I see you. Laura as well. Beverly, Nicole, thank you, ladies, for the stars. I appreciate your support. And the rest of you guys, I always appreciate your support no matter what you do. Liking, sharing, commenting, reading my blogs, downloading my weather app, AT's Weather to Go. All that matters. All that helps as a content creator. So appreciate that. That's it for me. I'm going to go back to work. You guys do the same. And we'll talk again soon. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Take care.